Good day, good day, good day. It is February 7th, 2025. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, crypto markets, Ethereum, Solana, see what some majors are doing, see what we're in store for. We're still sideways ever since the top of the Trump pump when he was officially won the election. We ran up. It's been nothing but sideways ever since. Right now we're in the middle. And that's it. Good day. No, I'm just kidding. We have made a higher low so far here after our lowest low that we made in this consolidation. This is a bullish sign. The market structure is currently bearish. The bands are bearish and the ribbon is still bullish and wide. It'll be a while before that flips. I don't expect them to break, not for a while. The 100 period moving average here has held that big reversal. And we since tried to refill in that inefficiency, but so far today, as of today's candle, we're having a nice big green day. Let's take a look here. If we go down to a 4-hour chart, see what we see. Our 4-hour market structure is bearish. Our bands are bearish. They are really looking like they want to flip back to bullish though. The ribbon here is neutral. We have our area of interest right up here. 102.5 area. See where that lines up with the daily. Now it's a little bit higher than the daily market structure level. So 10, yeah, around here is the daily market structure level. And with this reclaim, we have a high, we have a lower high, rather low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And as of this 4-hour candle, we're about halfway through. We are now attempting to break that internal downward structure. It is looking good from a shorter time frame for a run back up to the 1015, 102 area, up in there. So far, if you're a longer term trader, don't diddle in the middle. Right in here. If you're a shorter term trader, there are some trades to be had. Come in here. You know, as we break out from this trend line. We shall see, we shall see, we shall see. Things look pretty good overall for the market. We aren't bearish. The bull market is not over. It just so happens to be that alts are the ones that are getting slammed. We do have some nice big green days down here. Pendle, 26% so far today, virtual 14. But these are just popping off the lows. You know, that's where these big candles are coming from. They're not looking nearly as bullish as Bitcoin is. So let's take a look at some Ethereum here. Ethereum looks like an alt. I mean, I guess it really is an alt, but it's in the lower part of this range. So far, we're still being held down by that 2800 level. This has been an important level for over a year. You can see how it tends to respect that level from above and from below. We lost it, we came back up, and we're trying to reclaim it right now. As of yesterday, our levels here changed. Here we are. Right there's our level. We're trying to flip our market structure back to bullish. Our bands are bearish. The ribbon has now crossed to neutral as of today. We are far away from the bands. As things get far away from the bands, they like to pull back into the bands. So I do expect actually either run up into the bands or a consolidation sideways, let those bands catch up. That is always what happens. We pull far away from the bands, pull back into the bands. Pull far away from the bands. In this case, we didn't really pull back, the price slowed down and the bands caught up. So I expect one of the same two things to happen. And I don't know, Bitcoin versus Ethereum, still not looking good. So I would say stay away from Ethereum for now. Probably for a while. The weekly bands here are bearish. They've been bearish for a long time. So pretty much stay away from Ethereum until that flips. Now, of course, Ethereum can have runs. Right now, it's slightly outperforming Bitcoin. This is on the weekly here. Back in our daily, we can have a run on Ethereum, and we can actually make up some difference from Bitcoin here on this chart, as it is extending to the downside. But until these weekly bands flip, I got nothing to do with Ethereum, not from a holding perspective anyway. Trading only, trading only, trading only. Go down to Solana. Here we go, Solana on the daily. Again, let's readjust some levels here. There's our interim levels, because our actual daily levels are quite wide. We are bullish on the daily levels. Our interim levels are bearish. Our bands are bearish. The ribbon is still bullish. We are in the bottom of this range here that we're in between these two boxes. And I think that's probably where we shall stay. 1, 2, there's our levels right there. And could be a good place. Play it back up to the highs. This yellow trend line still is holding. Tried to lose it yesterday. Reclaiming today. I actually had a nice day for Solana. 6.5% today so far. Outperforming Bitcoin with that one. From a holding perspective though, again, looking at the weekly chart here, we are in a sideways range versus Bitcoin, but the bands have flipped bearish. Now on higher time frames, the signals are more robust, so they don't tend to flip-flop back and forth. If it goes to bearish, we can have a nice bearish period. Of course, not set in stone. It's not the way things work, but caution when it comes there. But as of now, we are within this sideways range, held down by this trend line. Now, if you take a look, I'm gonna switch it off log here. Maybe you can have a better look. Here is Solana, run up 2021, coming down versus Bitcoin, lower high, consolidating. If you look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin, look at this exact same thing. Run up, all the way back down, comes up, lower high, consolidation. What does Ethereum do? You can see the weekly bands did flip back and forth here a little bit, but comes out of the consolidation, and all of a sudden it's the Bitcoin show. Will the same thing happen with Solana, where we have our initial pump when it's a young coin, and then consolidation, and then rolls over and down we go? History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. So overall today, all these alts that we see, they tend to be having, like, they're looking terrible. I'm just looking at the weekly charts here. Big days on all these, all of them over 10%. These are just bounces off of the bottom. These are not looking good for, whoo, that one's rough, AI16Z. They're all looking pretty terrible. Now, I gotta say, Hype, it's a new coin here. Hype is holding up pretty well. Overall, it is beginning to form a bottom here. In fact, let's go down to even a lower time frame so we can see what I'm talking about. Lower highs and lower lows. But here, Hype, oh, wrong one. Hype is making higher highs, rather higher lows. That is a good sign. We also have higher highs coming in. So this very well may be the bottom forming here in hype. Keep an eye on that. It does have a lot of eyes on it, where decentralized perp exchanges have tried in the past and they keep failing. For instance, DYDX is one here. But the hype comes and then it dies. That's the 4-hour chart. That's why. You can see here, right off the get-go and down. Even this year for the early alt run, I guess you could say we've had. It didn't really take off that much, and we're just down, making all-time lows with DYDX. So is hype baited to do the same thing? Maybe, but it's new, it's shiny, and people are interested in it. It does seem to have a lot of use. Look at Bitcoin dominance. Today is on its way down. Kind of like the other charts versus Bitcoin. I'm gonna look at this in the weekly. Really, it's when the weekly bands flip that we get the prolonged alt season. Bands flip, we get the prolonged alt season right here. So until these weekly bands flip, we did have a couple weeks here where alts outperformed, but until these weekly bands flip, not really interested in that. Good day, good day, good day. Overall, more sideways action within the range. Nothing to worry about. All doom and gloom if you're on line listening to the people. Probably because they have too many alts and not enough Bitcoin. Good day.